So, you'd like to learn more about my particular methodology that I found while traveling across the country in my car and back again. Okay, the first step was asking. It's known in a lot of mythologies and modalities that you really can't begin anything until you're ready to ask for it. And I suppose to ask, you have to know what you want and what you're asking for. Because how can you ask if you don't know what you're asking? So that would be the very first step is, what do you want? I think for me, the first thing that I wanted was happiness. That's been a vague, long journey that's taken 10 years, but it's one that I'm glad that I began down the road on because it's made me who I am today, and I'm grateful for it. Whether or not you believe in spirit guides or ancestors or angels or whatever, or if you'd like to, because I believe that belief is one of the keys. So let's say that asking is the first key, because whether you believe or not, it doesn't hurt to just ask. Ask for the assistance of your ancestors. If you feel like there's guardians or grandparents or anybody who might be watching over you, they can't do anything unless you ask. It's one of those unwritten laws. It's a free will thing. You have free will, and so no one can intervene unless you put it out there. Our words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. So when we ask of the universe or whatever you want to call it, God, source, existence, I like to call it the is. When you ask the is, that is all of it, then you're opening that door, putting that first key in, then turning. And then I guess opening it, and I suppose stepping through will be the next key. Maybe. So this is step one. The next is awareness. And I guess that's similar. You have to ask, but first you have to be... I don't know, because I think to ask even of yourself, that you'd like to... Asking yourself if you're ready to be all that you can and all the potential that you hold, that's available to you. So then maybe awareness should come first, but awareness is another key to say you have to be aware of what you want, aware of the things that you're already saying and thinking about yourself all the time. So now this has to do a lot with the law of attraction, and if you've never heard of that before, I highly recommend YouTubing some things or looking up some stuff about what that is. A law like gravity is a law, whether we believe it or not, it's working all the time. So you are all the time vibrating at a frequency with our thoughts and our words, and then thereby our actions of what you would like to receive more of. And the law of attraction says that the universe is just matching frequencies endlessly. And so if you're sitting here thinking like, oh, I'm the worst, well, then you're going to get more to think you're the worst of. Or even if you're thinking like, well, I want something different, well, then you're going to get more wanting, So to be aware of the things that we're saying and thinking about ourselves more often is a really great place to start. To be aware of what we're reflecting in other people. If other people are reflections of... and even say other people are a reflection. Anybody you interact with is a reflection of you in some way, shape, or form. Or you wouldn't be seeing that reflection. You wouldn't be able to see it in them if it didn't exist within you. But the things that other people say say more about them. But the things that you say to other people say a lot about you. So being aware of even the things that we're saying to other people, as I'm being aware of all the things I'm preaching to myself by preaching them endlessly on these videos to each and all of you. So awareness, because then after awareness we can get to trusting and believing, which is sometimes a little harder because the things that you've believed already about yourself, because you're becoming aware of the things that you believe about yourself, the things that you're perpetuating. And so then to trust yourself enough to allow yourself to release those beliefs, which are several next keys, which any of these I can go into more detail upon your asking and requesting. So this is just a taste of the first half. I feel like it's almost like a two-part. It's like the first half is like asking, awareness, and trusting. And because for me, it came from like faith was a weird word because I'd always thought about it in a very religious sense, but then I realized, but faith in yourself, is a different sort of thing. And so in cultivating that, then you're able to step into the next 3 phases, which are a little bit more, I think, intense, but so perhaps get really good at the awareness and the trusting and the asking before you get to the releasing, receiving, and accepting, which I'd be happy to walk anybody through if you want to. I know that I did this for a young group of girls, but that's just to say that I did it for myself, and then I wrote it down cohesively and comprehensively and used it to run a 1-week very successful empowerment camp. But I'm excited to see how it can more help people in more ways. If this resonates with you, I'd like to continue further. If not, that's fine, because there's endless other modalities to choose from of things that could help. But at the end of the day, I believe that everybody's belief is the key, and that people can and will believe differently. And when everybody finds their own individual truth, that is going to be the one truth, because things seem paradoxical to me. Just how love is the opposite vibration of fear, and excited is the opposite vibration of nervousness, and just like the infinitely small is probably polar opposite of infinitely large, etc., etc. So these things do seem paradoxical, and like, to change the world you have to change yourself, and to receive you gotta let go, and all that jazz. To get you gotta give. So here's me giving. I hope this resonates with you. But belief in yourself is important, and I was gonna say something else, but I forgot, so it wasn't meant to be for this video, so there you go. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck. Ask, aware, trust, believe, faith in you. I remember what I was going to say. Fake it till you make it was part of how I got here. Law of attraction came after I understood, because fake it till you make it could also be known as cognitive behavioral therapy, and by many other terms, but it's basically that the thought becomes before the reality, and the feeling more than anything else. And so that's like one of the tricks of like, how do you manifest? How do you like put the law of attraction into action? Well, it's by thinking about something and feeling it in your heart as if you already have it, which is why affirmations and I am statements are a great way to trick your brain into doing that. And they say it takes 21 days to make a habit, so after 21 days, if you can do it like once every day, if you can take one thought and like change it, if you're aware of a negative thought and then you can change it to a positive I am statement, gosh, how powerful that is, to take out of 10,000 thoughts, maybe more a day, take one that's a recurring patterned negative thought for you and switch it over to a positive. Like that's doable. And after 21 days, it's part of who you are. And then you can, continue on and choose again in these ways, in these present moment, like realities of being aware and then trusting yourself, and then fake it till you make it worked for me. So here to say cognitive behavioral therapy is just changing the thought, feeling it like it's feeling. So then the steps of manifestation, as that were to be called, go, it's all the same, different semantics for the same stuff, is you switch into an I am statement. I am brave, I am enough, I am happy, I am secure, I'm safe, I am whole and complete. Anything that would, so if I were to think like, I'm the worst, I'm of the best, or at least I'm okay, and you can work your way up, but to say a positive I am statement, and then to feel it in your heart. Or if you're looking for something like, I feel like I don't have abundance, I'm lacking, I never have enough, there's never enough, like, I am abundant, I have it, and then like feel what it would feel like to really feel that, just for a second, you can take a second out of your day to like feel what that would feel like, and then to be grateful for it. So it's like a 3-4 step. So to think a positive I am statement, to feel it in your heart as if it is your present reality, then to be thankful for it, and then to let it go. So it's a 4-step law of attraction. Just, it takes a second, once you get good at it. But just on that moment, be aware of the thought, change it. I call them blurbs, or countering. Counter it, positive, feel it, be grateful, release it, let it go. See how fast things change. When we work in this, seems counterintuitive, I understand that. But anything new would look delusional to a system we've become very accustomed to. So give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions. Glad I remembered what I was going to say, and hope you have a lovely day.